You know it's going to be fun when they lay out a bunch of tarps and then bring out a bed sheet stapled to a frame. So awesome. You guys doing okay? It's getting late. All the adults out there, where's the coffee? Got some over there. It's good to be with you guys. I'm loving being here because right now in Indianapolis, we've got what they're calling the Winter Vortex, which is just a cool name. I don't know what that is, but it just sounds awesome. Sounds like Frosty's coming to visit. I also get to be with you 4 times, and so I figured tonight would be just a good get to know you. And so I thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself. I am the runt of my family. I've got 2 brothers. I am 6'4", 200 and a lot of pounds, and I'm the little one. And this means when I tell you this, you guys right now, you're gonna be like, we're gonna have a great weekend. All 3 of us are clinically diagnosed ADHD. But the biggest struggle is that we're impulsive. Our brain is like a race car, and because our brain goes so fast, we forget to stop and make good choices. Our brain says, that's shiny, go get it. And so growing up, I heard the word no all the time. No, Ben, no, Ben, no, Ben, no. Get off at the garage roof. 6 trash bags duct taped together does not make a parachute. Which, by the way, that's a true story. This is all you have to mess around with. When they get here, that's it. I remember the first time my mom did that to me. She said, Ben, I have had it up to here. I've always been motivational. I said, Mom, can you have it up to here? That's 2 feet where I can keep on playing. I know it's ugly. I know it's not pretty anymore. It's not perfect. But let me ask you something, kid. And I don't know if you guys can see through these screens, but let me ask you guys tonight. Through the messiness, through the ugliness, can you still see the heart? Sometimes in the messiness of life, we experience heart the most. Peace is an amazing, amazing word. It means no anxiety. It means no worries. It means a trusting in that God has got a plan. Boy, that sounds good to me. So Jesus is saying, hey, I've told you this stuff, and he's been talking for a while, and he's got a crowd of people. He says, I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace. And then he drops this nugget, and you never want to end a talk like this, but he does it anyways. He says, oh, by the way, in this life you will face trouble. For 24 years, I've been traveling around speaking to groups, and it is amazing to me how in the last several years, when I get around young people, I see young people that are so overwhelmed with anxiety, so overwhelmed with worry, so filled with panic. It's amazing how connected we are through social media, but how disconnected we truly are. In this life, you're going to face trouble, but take heart. In the NIV version, I'm not very good at grammar. I thank God every day for spell check, but there's something I do know when I see it. In the NIV version where it says, but take heart, at the very end there's an exclamation point. I know what that is. I'm ADD. I'm a living exclamation point. He says, in this life you're going to face troubles, but then he says, but take heart, exclamation point, which means when he said it with volume. He said it with charisma. He said it with passion. He said it so if there's anybody out there who's distracted, they would now hear and listen to what he was going to say next, because what he was going to say next was hope. It's why we're here this weekend. I don't know if this is what he meant, but in my ADD creative mind, what I visually picture is Jesus saying, hey, in this life you're going to go through junk, but take a piece of my heart and put it in your heart. Because in that, you find strength. You find hope. You find everything that you need to keep moving forward. In this life, you're going to face troubles, but take heart. Here's the best part. Here's the chill factor. But I have overcome the world. Jesus has overcome. Jesus is big enough. Jesus is the Savior. And because of that, when we put our trust in him, therefore we too overcome. Because it's not by our strength, it's by his strength in us and through us. But all the fun does not compare to the symbolism behind this right here. This is what we're talking about today. You got to get into the light.